G'day everybody and welcome to Stuffedup Crypto. My name's Steve and this is a place where we talk about all things crypto. Today I thought we'd have a look at some crypto project launchpads. We'll have a look at about 8 different launchpads and just briefly go through them and give you an idea of what they can be used for and how you can get into early stage projects and get those tokens or coins at prices well below their launch prices. So let's have a quick look at that. And first of all, we'll just go to the Bitcoin price. Let's go to TradingView and see what's happening there. Okay, TradingView, we're generally in the green at the moment. We can see that the resistance line here at around 48,000, we've hit that this morning and come back down. It's one that we need to retest and break through, but Bitcoin's having a little bit of trouble at the moment. It's not particularly strong. If we look at the RSI, well, the RSI is way down. If we look at the BMC chart, well, we've got a green dot. This is on the daily, and things are looking like we should be able to do a retest and hopefully break through. But this is a fairly strong line of resistance. This goes back for right till February this year. So if Bitcoin can break through this, then maybe we can get back and then retest the 6-month resistance up here at around probably $52,000 to $53,000 range. So anyway, that's today, 11th of December, and we'll just keep following Bitcoin and see how it goes from here. Now, if we're talking about the crypto project launchpads, let's first of all go to the first one we have here, which is DAO Maker. Okay, now before we get started, I'll just say that the crypto launchpads are a way for projects to get publicity, get support, build with the launchpad their token. So when it does launch, hopefully the idea is that it takes off. It gives the opportunity for buyers to get in early. And as an early supporter, you can therefore get tokens at discounted prices before those launch prices. Now, once they launch, if the project's been marketed and it's a good project, you could be looking at 5, 10 times up to 100 times gains. So there's big benefits to getting into tokens early, and finding them on launch pads is a good way to go. Now, to get into a launchpad as a purchaser, generally, or with these launchpads I'm showing you today, with all of them, you have to buy their token first of all, then stake it, so basically give it back to them and lock it up for a certain period of time. There's different, most of them have either 2 methods that they go about this. All of them, you have to stake their token into their platform, and then one way you can buy the token is through a lottery system. So depending on how much you stake will give you a greater chance in the lottery and a greater chance of getting more tokens in that lottery. And the other way is where when you stake, you're guaranteed to get tokens, but the amount of tokens you get increases with the amount of money that you stake. So that's basically the two ways the launchpads work. Now, another thing, to get into a launchpad, generally, cheapest launchpads are probably going to, you're going to have to stake around $2,000 worth of their token. Generally, you're going to have to stake around $10,000 to possibly $20,000 worth of their tokens. and then to get to the higher tiers and get access to more tokens or better opportunities in the lotteries. So a better opportunity, a better chance to actually be allocated the tokens, then you need to stake more. So and initially there's some money up front, but you own the token. You're not giving that money away, you're just staking it. And when the staking period is up, you can either leave it there and get access to more up and coming new projects, or you can take your token out and convert it back to whether you convert it to US dollar or to another token. It's up to you, but there is a period of staking that's required across all the platforms. Okay, so if we look at DAO Maker first of all, this is some of their live and upcoming sales. MetaGods at the moment is getting a lot of promotion, so this might be one to have a bit of a look at. Now with DAO Maker, users need to hold at least 500 DAO tokens in their wallets and be registered on the platform. Now they've got 5 staking levels. So there's 5 levels to be able to access their allocations on the Launchpad. And the higher the tier level, so the more you stake with DAO Maker, the better your chance of getting a slot and getting tokens. So this is one of the bigger Launchpads. They've had a lot of success, so well worth looking at. BSC Pad, if we have a look here, here's one that's launched today, Meta VPad. So I've got that on the screen just here in Dex Tools. And if we have a look here, from a listing price, which I think was down around about 0.01. We're at the moment at 3.7. So that's 37 times at the moment. But to get into this, all different tokens might have different lockup periods in their actual token. So that's what I didn't mention as well. As well as the platform having a lockup period to be able for you to buy the token, the actual tokens themselves, if you get in the early stage, usually has a vesting period. That's a period where they lock up the tokens. So you might think, I bought it at a cheap price here, I'm 37 times up the money, I'm going to cash out. Well, you probably can't, because the early stage buyers, generally the tokens are locked in and they're released over a certain period of time. What typically might happen is that at launch you might be able to sell 10% of your tokens that you've bought. It varies from different project to project, but you might typically be able to sell 10% at launch. Then after a month you can sell another 10 or 15%, and then each month after that you can sell another equal percentage. So that way people don't get in and then dump straight away. Now if you bought this on the fair market, you could buy it here and you could sell it straight away. Trouble is, if you're trying to buy in here, there's so much action that you're going to have a hard time to actually get in this vertical candle. This is where you most likely will buy in, and then these people are not making much money. So getting in on the Launchpad gets you in at the bottom here and gives you the best opportunity to make the most amount of money, but you do have to be prepared to stake the Launchpad tokens with them and then vest the tokens that you've purchased with the token platform. Not many tokens will release all the tokens instantly, because everybody will get this candle and then sell, and you'll have a pump and dump. So generally you get your tokens over a period of time. So that's how all that works briefly. Hopefully you understand what I was talking about. Now let's go to BSC Pad. This is also one of the better launch pads. It's on the Binance chain, okay, and generally whatever launches on this launch pad does well, okay. So BSC Pad has hosted well over 60 projects at the moment and more. They have a tier-based system to determine how users can participate in the IDOs. Users need to stake at least a fixed minimum number of BSC Pad tokens to access their tier on the platform, and will either be part of a lottery round or a guaranteed allocation round. So BSC has both. If you're in one of the lower tiers, that's your lottery tiers. The first three are lottery tiers, and then the three after that are guaranteed allocation tiers. Now, for the guaranteed allocation, of course, you have to stake more of the BSC token. So that's how that works. A good launch pad. Pulsepad. Okay, see the tiers here, and we have staking 50,000, 125,000, 250,000. So at today's price, that could be staking from $10,000 to $20,000 and more. Okay. Now with Pulsepad, all the participants will receive a guaranteed allocation. So you don't have to go into a lottery, you actually get guaranteed your allocation. Depending on which tier you're in will determine how many tokens you can get. So whether you get 10,000 tokens in the first tier, 20,000 in the second tier, and 50,000 in the third tier, that's decided by the platform that's selling the tokens. So you do your research, and then you'll be able to work that out at the time. And depending how much you want to stake will depend how much you can get access to. Pulsepad is backed by the same team as the BSC Pad and the Tron Pad. So they've got a good team behind them. They should be doing pretty well. Okay, so a bit about how it works here. You can go to their website, Twitter. So let's go to the next one. Avalaunch. Now, here we go, how to participate. They've got an upcoming sale. Platypus is upcoming, and there's a couple of their completed ones, Tailcraft and Colony. You can go and check out how well these are going, and then have a look at this one. Start date, 10th of the 12th. Well, that's today. So have a look at this one. It'll be interesting to see. Avalaunch provides all users with a guaranteed allocation for each IDO. So there's no lottery, it's guaranteed. And once again, it will depend on how much you stake as to how much tokens you're allocated. Okay, now we go now to BellasPad. BellasPad is a fork of the Solana platform. To participate, users need to stake at least 20,000 BellasPad tokens, and you go into one of the three different tiers. So there's three different tiers to choose from with BellasPad. Here they are here, staking 20,000, 50,000 or 100,000. You need to check the daily price of the BellasPad token and convert that into USD and see how much it's going to cost you. As I said before, when you stake, you're getting that money back. Now, if the price of the token drops in the period that you've staked it for, well, you're going to get less back, even though you'll get interest on your staking. If the price drops significantly, like it has done at the moment, you'll get less back when you claim your tokens from the staking. But hopefully that's offset by the increase in price in the token that you're given access to. Okay, Trustpad. Now, we have a look at, we have a quick look at Trustpad. They've got lots of different levels here. If you want to get into the lottery levels, these are the first three here. These are what you have to stake. And if you want to get into the guaranteed levels, this is what you need to stake. Check their price out, current price, multiply it by the required tokens needed to get access, and you'll be able to see how much it's going to cost you. Okay, some of their current tokens they have upcoming at the moment. Now, they have a lot of tokens here. This is a good one, a particularly good one to have a look at. And generally, tokens that launch here on Trustpad, they do well as well. So a good place to go and have a look. If you're into gaming, then Gamefi is a newish launchpad that has lots of good and upcoming gaming projects. Okay, once again, these are some of their projects that are happening at the moment. Sidus is getting a lot of marketing. It looks like one that's going to do quite well, ends in 3 days from now. Okay, yeah, Gamefi, good metaverse platform, Launchpad platform to have a look at, and yeah, you can do some research on that one. Another one is Red Kite. Now, Red Kite is is another Launchpad. You can check out their staking levels here, and you can check out some of the projects that they have. Not a lot going on Red Kite, but there are a few projects that are up and running and available to get into at the moment. Here's Sidus again, and Senate, which is part of the Sidus gaming, and Solace, also another one that's getting a lot of marketing. Okay, so hopefully I've helped you out a little bit here. I won't put any links in the bottom to these platforms because these are just my opinions. I'm not an affiliate with any of these Launchpad sites, so I'm not receiving any money for my opinions. I'm just giving you an idea of several sites that you can go to, a little bit about how it works, and hopefully if you've got the money to stake and you get in on some projects, hopefully you'll get one of those 30, 40, 50, 100 time projects where you can turn $1,000 into 50,000 or 100,000. You've got to remember there's always a chance of losing your money as well. So with that said, once again, we'll talk soon, and see you then. Bye for now.